Have you ever, looked at your car and just felt there's got to be more to it? Not just, the physical stuff you add on, but something deeper in the car system itself. What if you could actually tweak how it behaves? Unlock features the factory didn't turn on for you. Imagine making it truly your car, just using your phone.
Well, that's exactly the idea we're digging into today. We're focusing on an app called BimmerCode. It promises exactly that kind of personalization for certain cars. We've been looking through the details, the sources on its features, what it can actually do.
Right. And our mission here for you listening is simple. We want to pull out the really important stuff from what we found, give you a kind of shortcut to understanding BimmerCode, how it works, what it lets you change, and maybe why it's becoming such a popular tool.
Yeah, looking for those surprising facts, the practical insights you can actually use. Okay, so let's get into it. BimmerCode. What is it fundamentally? Who's it actually for? So BimmerCode, it's a mobile app developed by a company called SG Software. And it's specifically aimed at owners of BMWs, MINIs, and also the newer Toyota Supra, the 2019 and onwards models. Its main job is letting you customize your car by, well, coding is the term they use. You're basically talking to the car's different computers, the ECUs.
ECUs, electronic control units, right?
Exactly. You're telling them to behave a bit differently, changing settings.
Okay, so you're accessing the car's brain, so to speak. What strikes me from the sources is this focus on being user-friendly. I mean, how easy is it really if you've never done any kind of coding before?
That's a really good point, and it seems to be their main selling proposition. They've designed it to hide the complexity. So instead of needing to know, specific code, it gives you options like simple switches, menus, things that make sense. It translates the technical options into easy-to-understand settings, so those hidden features we mentioned. They become genuinely accessible. That's the big difference here.
That does sound pretty empowering. So you've got the app, you're connected. What are some of the actual tangible things people are changing? What are the popular customizations? Give us some examples.
Sure. This is where it gets interesting for people. A really common one is enabling a digital speedometer, right there in the instrument cluster. Lots of cars don't have that by default, surprisingly. Another one, maybe more for passengers, is allowing video playback while the car is moving, bypassing that factory lock.
Okay, yeah, I can see the appeal for passengers on long trips.
Yeah.
And what about that auto start-stop? I bet that's high on the list.
Oh, absolutely. Disabling auto start-stop is probably one of the most frequent changes people make. Many drivers just find it annoying, the constant restarting in traffic.
It can feel a bit jerky.
Right. And some worry about wear and tear, though that's debated. But BimmerCode lets you just switch it off, make the drive smoother.
That kind of control is really appealing. What else? Beyond those sort of core driving things.
Well, there's a lot in lighting. You can tweak daytime running lights, the welcome light sequence when you unlock the car. You can change the default driving mode, so if you always want sport mode when you start up.
You don't have to press the button every single time.
Exactly. Saves you that hassle. And another interesting one, muting the active sound design.
The fake engine noise some cars pipe in.
That's the one. Some people love it, enhances the feel, but others find it artificial. Purists, maybe. BimmerCode lets you turn it off if you prefer just the real engine sound. Even smaller things like adjusting how loud the lock-unlock beep is. It covers quite a bit.
Wow, okay. That's a decent range of tweaks. So if someone's listening and thinking, okay, I want to try this, what's the process? Let's talk compatibility and what you actually need to get started.
Right. First step is checking your car. BimmerCode supports a pretty wide range of BMWs and MINIs, plus that Toyota Supra, 19 or newer. Their website has the full detailed list. That's really the best place to check specific models and years. Then the key piece of hardware is an OBD2 adapter.
Okay, one of those dongles.
Exactly. It's a small device that plugs into your car's OBD2 port. And that port is usually somewhere under the dashboard on the driver's side. Pretty standard location. The adapter then connects, usually via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, to your phone or tablet running the BimmerCode app.
And finding the right adapter is important, I assume.
Yes, definitely. Compatibility matters there, too. Again, the BimmerCode website is your friend here. They list recommended and supported adapters for both iOS and Android. Using one from their list helps avoid connection problems.
Gotcha. Now, you mentioned the developer, SG Software. They also have another app, right? BimmerLink. And it uses the same adapter, which is convenient. How does BimmerLink differ from BimmerCode?
Good question. They serve different purposes, but they work together nicely. BimmerCode, as we've discussed, is all about the coding, the customization, changing features. BimmerLink is focused on diagnostics and monitoring.
Okay, like reading check engine lights?
Exactly. Reading and clearing error codes is a big part of it, but also viewing live sensor data from the engine, transmission, all sorts of systems. You can also perform some specific service functions, like registering a new battery, which is important on these cars, or for diesel owners, triggering a DPF regeneration cycle.
So BimmerLink is more about checking the car's health, understanding what's going on under the surface, maybe doing some basic maintenance tasks yourself.
Precisely. BimmerCode changes things, BimmerLink checks things. A lot of owners find it really useful to have both. They kind of give you a complete DIY toolkit for interacting with your car's electronics using that single OBD adapter.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's touch on the cost and sort of the overall accessibility. What's the investment look like?
Sure. The BimmerCode app itself, it's a one-time purchase, which is nice, no subscriptions to worry about. The price varies a little between the iOS App Store and the Google Play Store, but it's a single payment.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you need that OBD2 adapter we talked about. That's a separate purchase. Adapter prices can range quite a bit depending on the brand. The connection type Wi-Fi is sometimes faster than Bluetooth and any extra features it might have.
So you've got the cost of the app, the cost of the adapter,
Mm-hmm.
but overall, considering what it lets you do, it sounds pretty accessible compared to, say, going to a dealership or buying professional tools.
Absolutely. That's really the point. The app's interface is designed to be straightforward. It makes this level of customization much more approachable than traditional methods, which often involved laptops, complex software, and frankly, a lot more risk if you didn't know what you were doing. BimmerCode tries to simplify that process significantly.
So wrapping this up, the big takeaway for you, the listener, seems to be empowerment. BimmerCode essentially gives you keys to parts of your car that felt locked away before. It turns that complex machine, that sort of black box, into something you can genuinely personalize, tailor to how you want to drive.
Yeah, it really does. And it makes you think, doesn't it, about this broader trend. We're seeing more user-friendly tools that let us customize really complex systems, cars, sure, but also smart homes, maybe even our phones and computers to some extent. So the final thought to maybe leave you with is, how does this change our relationship with the technology we own? What does it mean for, personal agency, for ownership itself when we can unlock and tweak these powerful systems ourselves? Something to ponder.